The Farm's Kitchen Table. I'm Larry Marble. Thanks for listening to us on one of our 14 affiliate stations. We're brought to you by D&D Farm and Ranch on I-10 in Seguin. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at corn, beans, and wheat, courtesy of John Tuggle and Company Corpus. Corn futures traded quietly in a narrow trade range with little significant news Thursday. The most potentially bullish factor is the Russian-Ukraine situation and the fears that Russia's going to escalate because Vladimir Putin doesn't get his way. Otherwise, corn fundamentals are soft with higher interest rates, fears of a global recession, and weak export demand as a result. USDA's weekly export sales report was disappointing to say the least. 7.2 million bushels of new corn sales were reported last week, along with zero milo sales. Soybean sales were better, but nothing to get excited about at 16.4 million bushels. Crude oil was up slightly yesterday, but is still trending on the low end of its range, around $82 by the barrel. Kansas City wheat continues to move higher as there is little reason to expect big export from the Ukraine for the foreseeable future. Corn Belt weather is warm and dry and should promote rapid harvest progress over the next couple of weeks. Corpus Christi's public elevator and ADM is closed for milo trucks until Monday, subject to a vessel's arrival. Cargill, Houston, closed for the balance of the week. The Andersons, Houston, open Monday through Friday 7 to 3. For help marketing your grains, 361-852-5207, Tuggle and Company Corpus. We're on the line with Jody Fry from Producers in Cargyle, San Angelo. Jody, how did the cattle sale go?
I thought it went pretty good. We didn't have the numbers that we had the week before, but we wound up with 920 head today compared to last week's sale. Calling these calves and yearlings mostly steady. Might have been instances $1 to $2 over, but overall still good demand. Quality of the cattle today were not quite as attractive as they were at last week's special calf and yearling sale. Slaughter cows and bulls, calling those fully steady for the second week in a row. Kind of surprised that we were able to hold these steady prices, but a good demand, of course, especially on those heavyweight and high yielding cows and bulls. Very few replacement cows and just a handful of cow-calf pairs on offer today. Steers, better quality steers, 400 to 600 pounds, from 140 up to all the way to a high of near $2, mostly 155 to 185. Better quality heifer calves, 400 to 600 pounds, from 130 up to a high of near 170, mostly 140 to 160. Slaughter cows, average to high yielding, from 60 to 78. Just like last week, had several of the highest yielding slaughter cows from 80 to 88. Thinner or lower yielding type cows, not a lot of those today on offer, but those traded from 42 to 58. Slaughter bulls, average to high yielding from 80 to 96. Like last week, had several of the highest yielding slaughter bulls from 98 all the way up to a high of 112. Bred cows and 2-year-olds, baby tooth and good solid mouth cows, medium to heavy bred, just a few of those from $800 to $1,100 per head.
What are we anticipating next week, Jody?
Well, I don't think we'll quite have that 8,000 head like we had Tuesday. There was almost 1,000 of those wool sheep herd sellout off that one ranch, so that won't happen 2 weeks in a row. But I'd say at least 6,000, 6,500, maybe a few more. Look for cattle numbers to bounce back a little bit. Probably 1,000 or more cattle at next Thursday's regular cattle sale.
Jody Fry, Producers in Cargyle, San Angelo. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
325-653-3371. That'll get you the office, and my mobile phone's 234-7895.
Y'all have a good weekend. We'll talk to you next week.
Y'all too, Larry. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, let's take a look at meat moves from yesterday. We'll begin with the national pork carcass cutout value and lean hogs. Looks like that value was 103.88 in the afternoon, up 353. Estimated slaughter week to date, 1.929 million head through Thursday. That compares to the 1.917 last week and the 1.874 same week last year. As we look toward wholesale box prices, sharp $4.03 drop on the select to $222.11. The choice spread back up to $26.29 as the choice was only down 73 cents. Estimated federal slaughter, 509,000 head through Thursday. That's 5,000 above last week's pace, 28,000 head above last year. Looks like we had 2 pins on the FCE auction, 143 to 145. The bulk of the trade this week, 145. Some 144 to 147 higher up in the western corn belt. Neighbor, there is a look at your meat moves for Thursday. Neighbor, this portion of Down on the Farm is brought to you by PMI, Pipe, Steel, and Fencing, pipemovers.com. The location in High. Call Keno at 830-868-0200. That's PMI High. We're on the line with Kenny Mingus from Milam County Livestock Auction, Cameron. Kenny, how is the Friday sale looking Thursday evening?
Well, pretty good, Larry. We got about 1,250, maybe a little more right now. Probably out of that mix, somewhere 250 cows, probably.
Okay.
And the calves and yearlings are good, and we've actually got some pretty good stocker cows scattered through it.
Good. So it sounds like you got a good sale. What's the shiniest consignment you've seen?
Well, we've got one man's got 75 calves there. They're just really good quality, weight probably from 5 to 700 knife cut steers, mostly all blacks and Charolais crosses. Just really good kind. We've got 30 good black cows there from one consignor, a little sellout deal, and we aged and palpated those. Got another 30 palpated cows from another consignor, some crossbred cows. We did the same on those, and another man has about 20. Some of those are middle-aged cows, but some pretty good little cows scattered through this thing, and the yearlings are really pretty dadgum good too.
Good. Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you for the sale tomorrow in Cameron.
You bet. Just catch us at the office Monday through Wednesday at 254-697-6697. Follow us on our webpage at MilamCountyLivestockAuction.com, or catch us on Facebook. Probably thinking, Larry, we're going to have somewhere 1,800 altogether.
All right. They sell them every Friday and get everything they can for them, plus a little bit. Kenny, thank you for being down on the farm. Appreciate your business.
Thank you, and thanks for what you do.
You bet. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Neighbor, did you know that the Millworks division at MG Building Materials is a great place to look when you want to upgrade your home? That division carries a full line of wood, aluminum, and vinyl windows. What a great upgrade. We've got vinyl windows in our house down here on the bay, and they sure are pretty from the inside and out. The possibilities for those upgrades are endless with the help of MG and their 5 locations. They've got one in San Antonio, got one in Corpus, got one in Uvalde, got one in Kerrville, and they have one in Pleasanton. That's MG Building Materials. We're on the line with Leroy Kruger. Leroy, how are you today?
Oh, not too bad. Just kind of getting a little equipment ready and getting some feed out. We're going to have some bulls coming this week. Going to have those 2.5-year-old Hereford bulls coming in here. They tested them the other day and waiting on the results, and then we're going to load them on the truck. And there's some pretty good men in that bunch. They'll be in here sometime middle latter part of the week. And then we got some nice Charolais bulls standing here, coming 3-year-olds, and a couple of about 3 Angus heifer bulls here that are, 2-year-olds or a little better. And got those main Anjou composites and Simmental or 2, so we got a little bit of everything. And we got some Charolais bulls bought. They'll be coming a little later, probably in October sometime, and working on the little deal of Angus bulls. So just kind of putting together. People been calling, talking, thinking yet. So I guess we've got some people going to try to stay in whole. So hope so.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Leroy Kruger.
Well, Larry, they can catch me on mobile at 830-570-0660.
All right, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
We're on the line with Stephen from D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Stephen, I need to weigh a bunch of pigs, and I understand that you've got some hog scales.
Yes, sir, we sure do, Larry. 58 SX hog scales from W.W. Paul. They are going to come with a beam and poise and 2 bifold doors. Really easy to work.
Tell us how to get a hold of you.
You can reach me at 830-379-7340, extension 161.
We've been with Stephen from D&D. Go to ddtexasoutfitters.com for more information. We're on the line with Josh Tilkey, Karnes City Auction. Josh, how did the sale go last week?
Larry, it went real well. We had a good turnout. Cattle came in. Quality was all there. Market was strong to steady on the calves. Packer cows were good on the high-yielding ones, maybe $3 or $4 off on the lower-yielding cow.
Walk the pins with us, please.
Good steers, 2 to 3 weight, 165 to 215. 3 to 4 is $1.85 to 225. 4 to 5 weight men, $1.82 to 210. 5 to 6 is $170 to 198. 6 to 7 is $160 to 180. Heifer mates, 2 to 3 is $135 to 190. 3 to 4 is $1.52 to 190. 4 to 5 is $1.55 to 175. 5 to 6 is $1.50 to 165. 6 to 7 is $1.45 to 162. Long bull yearlings, $1.30 to 148. Older heifer yearlings, $95 to $1.10. Red cows, $8.75 to $11.50. We just had one older pair. She bring $1,000 split. Number 1 yield in Packer cow 72 to 86 cents. Number 2 yield 48 to 65, and the bulls 86 to 96. We had 185 sheep and goats on hand, 490 cattle. Sheep and goats, kids 225 to 50 pounds, 115 to 155 by the head. 50 to 100 pound kids 160 to 265. Nannies 170 to 230. Billies 220 to 325. Larry.
Now, what do we got coming for this?
So we've got 2 bunches of yearlings already, mostly Charolais crosses. I think we put about 160 head in the barn this morning. Few coal cows, and then we do want to post that we are having a fall special sale October the 22nd. We have 150 to 225 good cows and heifers consigned already.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Josh Tilkey.
If you can use any of our services, call us here at the barn, 830-780-3382, or on the cell, 830-623-2855.
And the motto down there?
Long live Cowboys, Larry.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
And thank you much.
Neighbor, let's talk about PMI, Pipe, Steel, and Fencing, San Antonio, High, Hondo, Kerrville, Robstown, Jourdanton, and Laredo. Contact the Hondo store at 830-426-2912. That's 830-426-2912. Remember, that's PMI, Pipe, Steel, and Fencing, pipemovers.com. We're on the line with Rodney Butler, Beeville Livestock. Rodney, I can hear an alleyway full of cattle. What's the sale going to be like?
We're going to have a short sale tomorrow. We're tagging in on a little over 100 head, which is a handful of cows, mostly yearlings, and 2 bred cows, sir.
Good. The yearlings, what do they weigh? What color are they?
We got some heifer yearlings up there that have been turned out. They were going to be keeper cows, but they decided to sell them. They're probably weighing around that 7, and the rest are all pretty good-sized calves. Then we have a little set of little light calves up there, too, that come off heifers.
Okay, well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Yeah, if I can help market your cattle, call me at 361-358-1727, or call me on my mobile, 645-5002.
Y'all have a good sale. We'll talk to you Sunday night.
Sounds good. Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye. We're on the line from D&D with Wade Floyd. Wade, Purina's got some excellent fly control products, and one of them's a feed-through, isn't it?
Yes, sir. There is a loose mineral that we like to put out. It's going to be a 1275 mineral, and it does have that insect IGR in it.
All right, and y'all sell that in a 50-pound bag?
Yes, sir. We have it in a 50-pound bag, and then we also have it in a molasses tub that'll come in 225 pounds, also a 125-pound tub.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Wade. They're at D&D in Seguin.
Yes, sir. They can stop by and see us, or they can just give me a shout at 830-379-7340.
We're on the line with Ken Jordan Cattle Auction. We had a sale in San Saba. How did it go?
You bet, Larry. We ended up having right at 2,200 head today. A very, very good run. Good many cows. I think we had 570 or 80-something cows. Rest of them all calves, yearlings, and about 20-some-odd bulls, whatever. I thought over today, the market overall was pretty good. Stocker steers, I thought overall were very steady as a whole. I thought the only thing, and the Stocker heifers, they were also fully steady. The only thing we did see, a few of the real fleshy kind of cattle, we're seeing a few of those after the good rains we've had. They were probably $3 to $5 lower on the real fleshy calves compared to the conditioned calves as a whole. You get into our bigger cattle, I thought the feeder steers were probably $3 to $5 lower, right in that range. Some of those were basically new crop calves or whatever that were coming in. We had one draft of steers that weighed right at 701 pounds and brought $1.57, a little over $1,100. Another real good group of steers that weighed 648, $1.63, a little over $1,050 on those. That was very good. So fleshy, the feeder steers as a whole, just a hair cheaper. The feeder heifers were steady to maybe $2 lower. We had a really good draft of the feeder heifers, 17-year group, weighed 642, $1.56, right at $1,000 and $2 on those. I thought our Packer cows were probably just $2 lower. Packer bulls were probably $2 to $3 lower. And I thought overall our pairs bred cows, they were overall steady on a limited test. A lot of our cows we had today were just really Packer cows, older cows, so forth. So overall, good market, just a little softer tone. I think part of it's due to the weather. We got the cool nights, warm days. That creates a little health problems, whatever. We're kind of picking that up from our buyers and everything on these real fleshy type calves too. Overall, a good market, still steady as a whole, Larry.
Special on Saturday.
You bet. Got over 3,000 head we're going to be offering. There's about 500-something pairs that's going to be sold. I think we got right at 1,400 bred cows, right at 500 sold, 550 bred heifer, and about close to 575 or 80 open heifers will be offered there, Larry. We'll start at 10 o'clock. Our running orders should be up on Friday evening, probably around 6:30 or so, maybe 7 o'clock. Could be a little earlier. We'll have that up and everything. It'll be referenced to our listings. If you want to go ahead of time, you can go into our website at jordan.cattle.com, look at the listings, and the sale starts at 10 o'clock. If you can't make it here, it will be live on the internet. You just got to be sure and register ahead of time if you have not done so previously, Larry.
Ken, give us a phone number.
You bet. It's area code 325-372-5159.
We appreciate it, and we'll talk to you Sunday evening about Mason's Monday sale.
Okay. Thank you, Larry.
Neighbor, here's a shotgun look at the grains. Corpus Milo $13.90, Corpus corn $8.58 a quarter, Houston wheat $10.99 and a half, Houston beans $14.42. Texas cotton 600 bale at East Texas, Oklahoma at $96.92. That's it for Down on the Farm. Good Friday, good weekend.